In Anaheim, California, the second matchup of the day in the South region has the Ivy League champ, the Cornell Big Red, the 14 seed, against the number 3 seed Stanford Cardinal from the Pac-10. I'm Carter Blackburn with Jay Billis. As soon as you see Stanford, your eyes look up.
Well, you're looking up at Robin Lopez, who is first team all Pac-10. The 7-footer is an outstanding low post player who's big and strong and plays with a mean streak. You put the ball on the deck, get it to him, and he knows how to finish, averaging 19 points per game. A very good offensive rebounder. He's got every post move in the book for Brook Lopez. And Cornell, Ryan Whitman, their leading scorer, an outstanding perimeter shooter. And Lewis Dale, the Ivy League Player of the Year, a quick penetrating point guard.
Starting 5 for the Big Red, it's Dale along with Gore, Whitman, Hartford, and Tyler in the front court. Mitch Johnson, Goods, Washington, and the 2 Lopez's, Brook and Robin, the sophomore 7-foot twins. Officials for today's game, Curtis Shaw, Bo Borowski, and Patrick Evans. Today's game is brought to you in HD TV by HP. Cornell brings the longest winning streak of any team into the NCAA tournament, 16. Robin says his favorite is Pirates of the Caribbean, but not because of the movies. He's an old school Pirates of the Caribbean guy.
I don't think you should have to justify which ride you like. You shouldn't have to make excuses, you know?
Cornell trailing by 6 at the midway point of the first half. Ryan Whitman covered up by Landry Fields.
Much better offense now by Cornell, and that was a shot with Adam Gore stepping into it. And he can flat out knock down shots. He's got 57 threes on the season, and that was his 77th field goal overall. So the vast majority of his shots are threes. And when this team runs good offense, and now they're taking their time a little bit more, handling the pressure better. And Gore is one tough hombre out on the floor.
You said for Cornell to spring this upset over the 3-seed Stanford, the Big Red needed to knock down shots. They didn't do it in the early going, but now hitting some threes, hitting some outside shots.
Well, Hartford needed to grab that defensive rebound. But I'll tell you what, Foote has come into this game and been a nice impact for Cornell, really giving them a lift. But right now, as poorly as Cornell has played offensively to start this game, it's a one-possession game halfway through the first half.
Steal off the inbound from Adam Gore.
Oh, what a nice recovery by Tyler.
Lewis Dale, the dribble. Gore. Misses the 3. Hill there for the rebound.
A nice box out by Hill.
Brook Lopez in transition off the feed from Washington.
And when your center runs the floor like that, it really puts a lot of pressure on the opposing big guy, in this case Jeff Foote, to run the floor as well. That can get you some easy baskets and also wear out Foote.
This is Jeff Foote backing in on Brook Lopez. Tyler pulls it out. The Ivy League Player of the Year, Lewis Dale, with a teardrop. Brook the rebound. Washington presses the accelerator. Working the offense through Brook Lopez off the double. Goods buries another 3.
Well, that's how you answer a double team. There was a double team inside. And a good rotation out by Dale. He just got there a little bit late. And Goods knocked down a big shot.
Anthony Goods, a native of Corona, California, east of Anaheim. A homecoming game. And he has 8 to lead all scorers. 8-point Stanford lead.
Tyler does a nice job using fakes to free himself up.
Hill takes it right at Tyler and hits a tough J over Alex Tyler. Timeout, Steve Donahue and Cornell. After battling tough with the Cardinal, it's now a 10-point game.
Brook Lopez running the floor, getting ahead of Jeff Foote, pointing for the ball, and a great finish. That's a big man running the floor.
Hey, what's going on?
I have to ship these contracts all over the country, and they all need to be signed by 10 a.m. or the deal's off.
Wow. Well, what if you can get them there even earlier than 10? Say by 8:30 a.m.
Oh, that'd be great.
Well, you can with UPS.
Even Portland?
Oh, yeah. In fact, they deliver early to over 20,000 zip codes.
Wow.
It's not just morning delivery. It's UPS early morning delivery.
Kalamazoo?
You mean 49007?
You're good.
all-new Sequoia. It's anything but ordinary.
Strong, and then there's Army Strong. See what it's like at GoArmy.com.
New degree men. Absolute protection applied. Meeting in 3 minutes. Meeting in 2 minutes.
The new Absolute Protection line by Degree Men. Future-ready protection.
The Ranchero, no Shero. They're gonna want your new prime rib Ranchero, tender prime rib piled high with poblano peppers, all toasted. The Ranchero, it's all yours, oh, not theirs, oh. Quiznos love what you eat.
Under 10, back door.
The sister schools, Cornell and Stanford, when Leland Stanford Sr. decided he was going to found a university on the West Coast named after his son. He visited Ithaca along with several other schools, ended up hiring, of the 15 original professors at Stanford, 7 were hired from Cornell University. Battling on the basketball court here. A block from Brooke Lopez sends us to another timeout with the Cardinal a double-digit lead.
Wow, the bloodlines are unmistakable. The new Cayenne GTS. Porsche, there is no substitute.
I have 2 beautiful children, a wife married now 17 years. When you're inside, cooped up in the wintertime, no. As soon as it gets warm, we're out there.
He's playing tag or hide and seek or whatever it is.
Winter's over. I put down Scott's turf builder with Holtz. It feeds our lawn. It gets our lawn greener, faster, and it stops the crabgrass. I'm the very first to have a green lawn after the winter. Look at it.
We're out much earlier than other neighbors.
Hey guys, time to come outside. Come on out. That's our Scott's lawn.
They say trust takes time, and wisdom is gained over the years. One financial company has been building trust for nearly 2 centuries. The Hartford. Ask your agent or broker what the Hartford can do for you.
Fall in love with melty cheese. Taco Bell's cheesy beefy melt. Seasoned beef, cool sour cream, and melty, and even more glorious melty cheese. Get yours before it's gone.
They pick up touchdowns, pick up the bucks, and pick up their teams. Enterprise salutes NCAA student athletes for picking us all up. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Tonight, she can beat the boys at their game. One-on-one with the female star of college hoops who's making slam dunk history. Tonight on the CBS Evening News with Katie Couric.
Tonight, Dave's got Vince Vaughn, Eli Manning, and Dave's brother Eli.
Welcome to Hey Casa USA.
Plus, the top 10 signs John McCain's getting cocky tonight.
They say it's impossible for an underdog to go the distance. Then again, they said it's impossible to get real Coke taste and 0 calories. Log on to mycokerewards.com and get lots of great NCAA gear. Cornell, the first back-to-back winning seasons in 2 decades. And the first NCAA trip since the Reagan administration, 1988. And yet the Big Red trailing by 10 in the early going to Stanford, who's on a 7-0 run.
Cornell with a quick trap by Adam Gore, now back in a 2-3 zone. Good pass.
Washington finishes off the look from Brook Lopez. He does it all, doesn't he?
He's really a good player, and he's getting better and better. He had a great Pac-10 tournament. Had 30 points, 12 rebounds against Washington State. Oh, good play by Gore. He does such a great job of that, of running at full speed, making a catch, stopping, and getting his defender in the air. A little bit of a walk by Lopez, got away with it, but the nice over-the-shoulder pass to the cutting Fred Washington.
That sends Gore to the free throw line from Monrovia, Indiana. Population 628. Gore's probably the most notable resident since Branch McCracken, the Hall of Fame player at Indiana, later head coach of the Hoosiers.
Gore had 19 points against Penn. He's always moving and always using fakes.
Now
some full court pressure by Cornell.
Washington misses the runner in transition. How about Bo Borowski there to give Fred Washington a hand on the baseline? The official helps Washington, who comes back for the block. The run out for Landry Fields. Misses the dunk. Great defensive play by the rim.
Now does Washington get back to block that shot if he's not helped up by the official?
Cornell fans will ask for years. Robin Lopez swats it out.
Boy, if you hesitate for 1 second, Brook and Robin Lopez are all over you. And you think that Trent Johnson's going to show this at the next film session. Great block by Robin Lopez, leading the Pac-10 in block shots. His brother Brook in the top 5 in the league in the same category.
77 block shots on the year now for Robin. Anthony Goods. Lewis Dale the rebound, running Cornell. Now he'll pull up the reins. Robin hedging out, nearly got a foul on the contact, and now Brook defending on the perimeter. Foul on the floor. See who gets it.
Stanford picking up its defensive pressure, and again Cornell speeding up instead of catching, facing the defense and making a play. They've got to catch and see what's available. They did that for a period of time and got back into this game.
Second foul on Anthony Goods.
As poorly as Cornell shot the ball, it's really kind of amazing they're still within 11 points.
Only 4 of 23. Make it 5 of 24 off the inbound. That will not make Trent Johnson happy. The easy 2 off a baseline inbound.
Setting the screen. Screener score for Alex Tyler. Nicely executed.
So you from around here?
Phil, it's me, Karen. We're here for the same conference.
So you're not from around here? So, you from around here?
Phil, I'm your boss.
Let your hair down. Well, have some fun.
I didn't mean anything by that.
Check out the new hot bar in town, the Holiday Inn Express Hot Breakfast Bar.
In Anaheim, California, first round meeting in the South region between the champions of the Ivy League, the Cornell Big Red, and the 3-seed at-large bid from the Pac-10, the Stanford Cardinal. A 9-point game.
And Cornell has done a nice job of mixing defenses. They've got man, they've got a little bit of zone, a little 2-2-1. Now full court man trying to slow the advance. Just give a different look for Stanford. Perhaps slow them down a little bit. Now back into the 2-3 zone. They're matching up out of it.
Forcing a Stanford turnover.
Stanford only up by 9 in a game where Cornell has not been able to get any offense at all. And Trent, you know that Trent Johnson is thinking, you know, defense has been playing well, but we should be really way up in this game. We're not. That's what gives you a little bit of pause. That if Cornell starts to get a little bit of confidence and can knock some shots down, you know, they are going to be right there.
Dale fouled by Brook Lopez hedging out. 2 on Brooke Lopez. Winner of this game moves on to face the Marquette Golden Eagles, who won their first NCAA tournament game since '03 when they went to the Final Four. That game to be played here in Anaheim on Saturday. Brooke Lopez has to sit with 2 personal fouls. His brother Robin in to substitute for him.
Lewisdale really struggling. Hadn't hit a shot from the field and missing the front end.
Ivy Player of the Year has 0 points, almost 15 minutes in, and yet Cornell is still in this game, down by 9. Landry Fields changes that. The long 3 for the sophomore from Long Beach.
That's just great inside-outside interaction. Giving the ball inside and then kicking it right back out. Collapsing that defense and getting it to a shooter, stepping into his shot.
Dale now 0 of 7 from the floor. Washington's done a good job defensively.
He's a really good defender. Strong, smart.
Brown tries the 3. Kenny Brown misses it. Lewisdale, the sophomore from Birmingham, has not made a shot in the first half and now picks up his dribble. Ryan Whitman tries to help him out. Whitman from the elbow. Stanford running again. Kenny Brown loses the dribble, but somehow manages to float it in anyway.
Stanford doing a much better job of turning defense into offense.
First 2 of the game for the junior from South Lake Carroll, the Dallas area in Texas.
Ryan Whitman's had a really tough time finding open shots.
This is Whitman, contested 3 over Landry Fields. Dale gets the rebound. Plenty of time to work with in the offense for Cornell. Jeff Reeves flips it right back out. Lewisdale, 19 to shoot for the Big Red. Lewisdale missing in tight again, and Lewisdale is now 0 for 8 from the floor.
Well, Dale not used to finishing over that kind of size, and he has come into this game. He was a hot shooter coming into this game. Over his last 4, 20 points per game, 60% from the field.
Off the Cornell miss, rather off the Stanford miss, Cornell gets it back. Only 18% shooting for a team that averages 49%, 5th best in the NCAA. Cornell down by 14. It's the Stanford Cardinal heating up from outside, led by Landry Fields 3.
The all-new Sequoia. It's anything but ordinary.
He's not a celebrity, but he's famous. He's not a politician, but people know what he stands for. He's not a preacher, but he does have a devoted following. Congrats, Jared, on an amazing feat, losing 245 pounds and keeping it off for 10 years. Happy we could help with our mouth-watering low-fat subs. Subway. Eat fresh.
At TIAA Cref, we provide financial solutions for those who serve the greater good. We offer personalized objective advice, a commitment to consistent growth, low fees, and guaranteed income for life. Put our retirement expertise to work for you. Call today. TIAA Cref, financial services for the greater good.
Guys that sweat a lot have to have a backup plan. Well, there's a better plan. Gillette Clinical Strength Antiperspirant. Powerful wetness protection. 34% better than a prescription product. A lot more confidence.
Hey, Jason, you got that report, right?
You bet.
There's something different about you.
Did you get a haircut?
Gillette Clinical Strength Antiperspirant. Change your life, not your shirt.
Monday on CBS, Britney Spears guest stars on a new episode of How I Met Your Mother, 8:30, 7:30 Central on CBS. How I Met Your Mother, all new on CBS.
Robin Lopez coming out and have a really good first half. 3 of 5 from the field, 6 points. And so far for Cornell, it's been a story of their leading scorers, Ryan Whitman and Lewis Dale, combining for 1 for 13 thus far in the game. That's one of the reasons you don't want to foul when you've got a really good shooter that is struggling, and clearly Ryan Whitman has not gotten off to a great start. You don't want to put him in the free throw line to let him watch a couple go through the net and get a little bit of confidence and get their rhythm back.
Wilkins and Hartford sub into the game for Cornell. In the game along with Whitman, Foot, and Lewis Dale.
Looks like Stanford got away with a little bit of a walk there. Steve Donahue doing a nice job of changing up defenses, giving Stanford a lot of different looks to process.
Stanford has 5 turnovers, a team that averages only 12 a game. Triple team on the low post as soon as Robin Lopez catches it, but that opens up a look for Kenny Brown.
That's one of the reasons you throw the ball into the post whenever the postman is open, even if you're not leading him into a move to the basket. It's because it collapses the defense, and if you've got a good passing big man like Robin Lopez that can kick it back out, you can get a lot of easy shots. That's exactly what Stanford did.
Much better start for Stanford in this year's NCAA than last year when they were down 26 at the half to Louisville. Of course, now as a 3 seed, you get matched up with the 14. That helps as well.
That's one of the reasons Stanford wanted to come into this tournament so focused, is the embarrassment they felt after getting blown out by Louisville last year. Stanford felt like they were a much better team than that. Did not show very well against the Cardinals.
Whistle and a defensive foul against the Big Red. Coming up on AT&T at the half, Greg Gumbel and company will have all the scores and highlights, the latest tournament news, plus an AT&T Naismith watch. That's all coming up on AT&T at the half. Fouls on Lewis Dale is first. Substitutions for Cornell as Gore and Alex Tyler check back in the game.
It's so hard for Cornell to simulate the kind of size they're playing against in Robin and Brooke Lopez. You can talk about taking it strong to the basket, having to adjust. But once you get up against 7 foot 260, that's awfully difficult, especially when it's in stereo. There are 2 of them.
And Robin Lopez getting the bounce with his shot over the only 7-footer Cornell has, Jeff Foot.
Really impressed with the improvement in Robin Lopez's overall game. Last year, not the type of player that you could throw it to in the low post and he could make a move. You really had to lead him into his move, but he's really improved his game, and a good part of that was when his brother was out for the first semester.
8 points, 4 rebounds in this first half, and Jeff Foot picks up his 3rd personal. So the big body for Cornell now has 3 fouls with 1:21 to go in the half.
Jeff Foot goes from being one of the biggest players in the Ivy League to being the 3rd biggest on the floor.
So that sends Taj Finger to the free throw line for Stanford, the senior from Mount Kisco, New York, who aspires to be a filmmaker when his time with the Cardinal is done.
One of the things Taj Finger does such a great job of is offensive rebounding. When you look at his numbers per minute, one of the better offensive rebounders in the Pac-10. Only plays about 14 minutes per game. Great shot fake by Whitman.
The shooting woes continue for Cornell. Now 5 of 31. That works out to 16%. and only 2 made threes in the first half. 19 minutes in almost, and Cornell has only 2 made threes.
Well, you combine the fact that Stanford is a truly outstanding defensive team with Cornell having hurried their offense quite a bit. Nice hands by Whitman.
Whitman there to pick it back up. Dale still looking for his first points of the half. The Ivy League Player of the Year has been covered up by the Stanford defense. It's Landry Fields checking him now. Whitman down the baseline on Washington. Open look in the corner. Won't go for Hartford. Nice feed from Washington to Brown.
Everybody along the baseline for Cornell on that shot from the corner by Hartford, and that led to a run out by Stanford. They really took advantage of it.
Largest lead of the game for the Cardinal. A 19-point edge on the Cornell Big Red. Shot clock turned off. Cornell has the last look of the half. Dale off the high ball screen. Tyler couldn't catch it. Stanford gets it back. Kenny Brown gives it up.
What a pass. And what a way to end a half.
A season after trailing by 26 at the half in the first round to Louisville, Stanford getting it done on both ends and in the open court for a 38-17 lead. We'll send you to Greg Gumbel and company with AT&T at the half after these messages.